Mary Wagstaff off to another good start. Nice job by the Illinois defense, pushing that screen for Arizona farther out and really forcing a 17 to 19 foot jump shot by Arizona. Nice cross pick by Finger from Illinois. McCammon with a good look inside. Just needs to take a second and not rush her shot so she can finish with a bit better follow through.
Totally agree. I believe that's what happened a bit in the Alabama game. Just rushing their shot. Just feel like they don't have time when, they do.
Yeah, one of the things that I think could help Morgan on the court is if she has a teammate, it just gives her that bit of a cue. Reminds her to take a breath when she gets in there in the post. Really nice seal by Dunn from Arizona to get her teammate into the key for a nice post-up shot. Nice cross pick by McCammon to get free, but then she got a little bit hooked up. So it's looking similar to what we saw against Alabama. They're attacking across the court, especially offside.
Yeah.
But they're not able to finish.
Then we have an early timeout from Illinois.
Yeah, some breakdowns in the open court where Illinois is not getting into defensive position quickly enough. And Arizona doing a great job attacking and picking for each other to get shots at the rim early.
Totally agree, Frog. Let's see what this Illinois team could come and do out of this timeout.
Well, I think right now, Coach Wheeler's just settling them down a little bit. She's going to be pointing out we're doing some good things, crossing in our attack up high. We're getting to the rim. We need to have all 5 people attacking that way.
Yeah.
Defensively, we need to do a better job in transition, quickly identifying that offense to defensive transition moment, getting everybody into defensive position, and taking away those easy opportunities for Arizona. In the half court, they've done okay against Arizona in those couple of positions. It's the full court in defensive transition that there are breakdowns right now.
Picking up the ball at the court, we have Morgan McCammon. Quick dish to Mary.
There's the cross pick by McCammon.
Just a bit of a lazy pass from Mary. Just gotta arch it up a little higher.
Yeah, there's a rule in wheelchair basketball. Up is always open on the pass because you can't really jump that high. So you gotta always go over first.
Gotcha. And the shot is good. With 6 minutes left to go in the first period. We have we have Arizona 10, Illinois 2.
Now there's some nice cross picks by Illinois here early. They're just not quite able to take advantage of them.
The shot is good. from Wagstaff.
Yeah, Wagstaff long too, but that's happening because of a breakdown in the offense.
Let's see if Illinois can capitalize. Just miss. And foul as she went up the second time.
Yeah, Illinois did a great job there stretching the Arizona defense across the floor. That opened up gaps for picks and cuts. This time McCammon, instead of picking, she cut. She got a great look at the basket. And she struggled earlier. Just taking a breath, take your time. She can hit those shots.
Both shots are good from Morgan. We have a steal on Maya. The jumper is good.
That actually was not bad defense by Illinois. They didn't come all the way out on that shooter behind the screen. They came halfway out, tucked back in, put a little bit of pressure. They were willing to give up the outside shot rather than jump and create those rolls to the basket that happened against Alabama earlier in the day. Yeah, Arizona's doing a really good job getting up the court quickly, and that's giving them some good looks going to the basket.
Mary is no good. That was a bit of a forced shot, like to say, a hand in her face. That's a shot she's not scared to take, but you have to look for better shots.
So again, much better defense by Illinois against that 2-on-2 game. They're going halfway out. We call it a half jump. They're not going all the way out and exposing themselves for that pick and roll. And it's creating some indecision in the shooters behind those screens. And it's certainly taking away the roll space. Nice identification of the post mismatch by Arizona.
They have, looks like a violation. If I'm mistaken.
Yeah, so a great job by Wagstaff. She kept her defender out wide so her teammate could set that pick. I'd like to see her give that ball up and run the pick and roll without the ball. Hard to do with the ball.
Yeah. Got Wagstaff with rebound. She is charging up the court. She is looking. Bucket is good for Wagstaff.
Yeah. Nice follow. She kept with the play and attacked without the ball offside to put herself in an offensive rebounding position.
Great block from McCammon. That's exactly what they needed. She
Counts is getting some great picks in transition. Needs to stick them for a little bit longer. She's leaving them a little bit too early and letting defensive players recover. And right off the bat, you can see Illinois is playing their defense on those 2-and-2 screen games a little bit differently than they did against Alabama. Against Alabama, they were coming out really aggressive. It was resulting in some pick and rolls going to the basket. Gonzalez had several that she created that way against Illinois. Here, Illinois is only coming about halfway out and tucking back in, and then having the other player from their team shade back out and meet that shooter outside, so contested outside shot. Nice little adjustment that they've learned from the previous game of the day.
it just rims out. You know, shots is just not falling right now for the Illini. These are the same shots that were falling in the previous game. And we have a shooting foul and one.
Yeah, that's a good example of the Illini defenders across the board. What they need to do is they need to be looking behind them more. That's a place where we could have left an Arizona player outside, helped off that to help stop that cut. Our team, you can take one side of the attack away as a defensive player. You need help on the other side.
Small press. That was broken.
Nice cross pick by Finger. Yeah, you could see the Illinois offense really struggles when they get into these 2-on-2 screen games on the wing, and they don't attack through the elbows in those crossing attacks. That's when they get stuck, and you can see them just kind of dribbling back and forth behind the screen, settling for outside shots, 15, 17 feet outside. That's a great cut by Lautenschlager. That's where Illinois needs to check their shoulders and see that cutter going to the basket.
Tough first quarter from the lineup. Illinois with 8 and Arizona 19.
Yeah, right off the bat, the bulk of Arizona's points have come in transition. Illinois hasn't done a good job of, one, going from offense to defense quickly enough, and then communicating across the court so they're not just getting caught looking in front of them. They're seeing behind and checking their shoulders so they can collapse and stop these cutters together.
Sorry. Ooh.
All right. Start of the second quarter. Illinois is down 19-8. I don't think this is the start that they had expected heading into this matchup. What do you think kind of went wrong in that first quarter that they're kind of taken aback by this start?
Well, I think they didn't expect how quick Arizona was going to have their offensive transition, and that's where Arizona's gotten what I would call the gapping points is in transition. So Illinois has to do a better job going from offense to defense and then stopping cutters in the open court. That's going to take helping off other players.
There's going to be a foul call on the floor.
Yeah, on the other side, Arizona's they're kind of collapsed in a little bit. Then there's not a lot of space for Illinois to attack. There are gaps at the elbows that they can attack with a cross attack, but they could almost pause farther out and see if they can get Arizona to come out a little bit, create a little bit more space between the defenders. That'll open up some of those gaps, especially at the elbows.
And a missed shot there, Illinois.
Here's where they play under on those screens and they don't go out. And you can see they just shaded out. They gave up wheel position that allowed that roll to the basket. That's where they just go about halfway out, half a push, stop, and pull back in.
Yeah, Arizona is kind of dominating as of right now. I think they're playing very well just on the ball, actually. Just monitoring who has the ball at all times. Giving up a kind of open shot there, actually. But they've just done a lot of ball control that's I think Illinois wasn't expecting, I guess just on the defensive side.
Yeah, no, and this is where Illinois has to kind of settle a little bit, take a breath, and then think about what they did earlier today. Go back to those things. They know they can do them. They need to have their focus there.
And they get their rebound.
You can see McCammon just came a little bit too far out. That allowed the Arizona player to slip in, that forced her to pull back. That gave up that really short jumper.
Yeah, I also think she had a lot of time to just develop and settle into that shot as well. And McCammon answers right back.
Nice cross by her to set that cross pick and then roll to the basket after Wags separated and moved away from her.
Oh, and a nice shot there.
And that's okay. Like contesting, making Arizona take shots from outside, hand in their face, a much better shot to give up if you've got to give one up than those layups they were giving up before.
Oh, and a turnover there by Illinois. Stotts tried to hold on to it, but she got it snatched away.
So this is where we don't need to help on that, right? Make them take that 17-foot jump shot. Go halfway out, be distraction, but don't give up position. That was well played by Illinois. They pushed the screen out, half jumped, forced Arizona into a long, poor percentage shot.
We're going to have a timeout here. I think Coach Wheeler really wants to kind of emphasize and hammer down the points that they had heading into this game and just reinforce everything that she's talked about with them all week. You know, this obviously is not the start that they were expecting, but there's still plenty of game left, and they got a lot of things to work on here.
This Illinois team, it's done a really good job creating good scoring opportunities. Those will pay off. They just need to stick to that part of their game. Pulling Arizona out when they can to create the space. Attacking at those elbow gaps, that crossing gap, and not getting stuck in 2-on-2 screen games. and then defensively pushing the screens out and doing half jumps. And it's just reminding them to stick with that. This is a long game, a lot of possession. Don't try to get ahead of ourselves right now.
Indeed, we have Wagstaff bringing the ball up here. She was looking for a three there, but it was contested. I think she found an opening there. She's going to pull it, and she gets it to fall.
Yeah, one of the things you saw, there was a moment there where Wagstaff showed shot, and the Arizona player came out. They can use that to create space all over the court. Arizona committing to jump Wagstaff for sure.
Oh, and great hands there by McCammon.
There we go. Nice defensive possession. You saw on both sides of the court, the Illinois defenders just coming halfway out. They unsettled the Arizona players. They got out of their positions. They didn't give up the screen and roll. Ended up getting a shot clock violation.
Oh, and she has more room again. And that one a little too strong there. Can't get it to go. She's getting great looks, though, and I think it's a shot that she wants to continue shooting if given that opportunity.
Here we go. So Illinois starting to deny those early cuts, pushing those screens out, forcing Arizona to take those contested outside shots.
Gonna have a foul on the floor.
And the challenge for Arizona will be, how do they then create space properly to be able to get those pick and rolls? Gonzalez did a great job taking the ball low, pulling defenders out. Let's see if Arizona can adjust something similar.
And Wagstaff with an easy two there.
Yeah, Stotts pulled her defender out wide, gave lots of space for Wagstaff to cut to the basket. Wagstaff having space, fake, cut in the back of the defender.
And an easy bucket there is Arizona able to take advantage of the mismatch. When a great pass there by Wagstaff and McCammon able to convert.
Nice job spreading out that Arizona offense across the court to give those gaps in McCammon, identifying it again, little fake, facing cut, the most basic move in wheelchair basketball to attack on offense.
And Illinois able to make them settle for a shot, but Arizona able to hit that shot there.
Yeah, even though Arizona hits that shot, it's still a shot that Illinois is willing to give up. Tough to win ball games on those long twos.
Oh, and just that shot was a little short there.
Offside of that, Stotts was picking for Wagstaff. They just needed to be a second longer in patience, and they would have had somebody rolling to the basket they could have dumped it into.
And Arizona seemingly just hitting all of their jump shots. Illinois trying to find a way to cut into this 14-point deficit with about 3 minutes left in the game, or in the half, excuse me.
The Wagstaff right now doing a lot to try to create off the dribble. Like to see her post the ball and then get the ball out of her hands. We've seen her cut to the basket without the ball a couple of times. She She can't do that when she's got the ball in the dribble. The Wagstaff with a 3. She can use that to see how far out they can pull those Arizona defenders and then pick and attack them in greater space. Shot clock violation. Needing to be clock aware.
I also think the size of Arizona is also starting to play a factor in this. I think they're just able to match up body for body a lot better with Illinois here, and I think they're just getting flustered individually.
There you can see that defender so willing to go out on Wagstaff. Really nice seal. Counts did a great job getting McCammon in. That time McCammon took a moment. You could see her almost take a breath before she shot. So she took a quality shot. That's something she needs to do more because she's getting in the key today.
And Arizona just hitting all of their jump shots today.
They are still good defense by Illinois, though. That's how they want to play that. It's a long 2.
Wagstaff is going to fight her way there, and she's going to get a bucket there by any means necessary.
Yeah, it looks like there's some miscommunication as they're attacking because they're not quite sure who's setting picks, who's cutting, in which direction. So there needs to be better offensive communication as well. Yeah, the Arizona is on fire right now. It'll be interesting to see if they can keep this pace up. Watching them last year at the College National Tournament, they didn't have this consistency. They've clearly made some growth in the offseason.
And that will be the end of the first half. Illinois trying to find a way to claw back into this game and stop the scoring prowess that Arizona has just accumulated throughout this first half. They're down 37-21 at the end of 2, and we will see you at the start of the third quarter.
Welcome to Napleton's Auto Park. Welcome to Napleton's Auto Park of Urbana with 7 manufacturers and nearly 1,000 vehicles in stock. Our commitment to you doesn't end when you purchase a vehicle. We're committed to giving you the best ownership experience possible. Keep your vehicle running right with regularly scheduled maintenance from our experienced team of factory-trained technicians and our brand new state-of-the-art facilities. Napleton's Auto Park of Urbana. Why go anywhere else?
From harnessing the transformative power of computing and data sciences to discovering new ways for environmental and agricultural sustainability, to opening new pathways for better patient care and medical discovery using AI. At Illinois, we develop and deliver ideas that positively impact the world.
The minutes between contractions, the hours a loved one is in surgery, the first steps after a knee replacement. When it comes to your health, we know you're counting on a lot. At Carle Health, you can always count on us. In these moments, and in all the moments to come, delivering exceptional care, providing compassion and support, working together as one system across every community we serve. Because this is where care counts.
This is the moment of a lifetime. The clock's ticking like my lifeline. Until I flatline, I push it to the red line. Who gon' stop me high? Who gon' stop me high? Breathtaking, a move that I make, I give it everything I got. Cause that what it takes, I push the limit till it break. The heart of the brave, the soul of a legend with the will to be great. Hold up. The soul of a legend with the will to be great. Hold up. Who gon' stop me in my moment? Who gon' stop me when I'm going? You can't break me, I don't back down. Like a king, give me my crown.
Do you remember when we first started this journey together? We ventured forth and forged a bond. Made to unite, made to perform. It was a new partnership. We found new ways to excel despite the odds. We were built for each other. It was the first time I felt like I belonged, like I was a part of something bigger. Together we faced adversity and embraced it. And with you by my side, I've become better, more durable, stronger. Because what others see as limitations, I see as strength. Our community has fueled my fire. Together we've rewritten the narrative, unlocking doors to a world of possibility. I'm proud of the journey we've taken, to be a part of something truly groundbreaking. I see a world where limitations are shattered and possibilities unlocked.
Performax, empowering athletes and redefining limits for 25 years.
We are innovators, explorers, creators. We inspire each other and welcome everyone. Create your next experience in the Champaign-Urbana area.
From its beginnings as a single stately hall in 1867, the University of Illinois has twined its way around the hearts of Illini. Today, we invite you to explore its twists and turns, discover its hidden treasures, and encounter its home in your heart. As you pass through our halls and navigate our grounds, the bricks and marble and worn paper of past generations, you will discover your own place, your own essential seed of inspiration. At Illinois, our students seek themselves in the light of wisdom passed down by previous generations. They seek tradition in the warm welcome of the Illini Union's hallowed halls. They seek travel between the pages of long-loved books. They seek spirit in the bite of fresh fall air at Memorial Stadium. They seek knowledge in the classroom and camaraderie with their classmates. They seek contentment in Altgeld's chimes echoing across the quad. And as they seek, they stretch toward the realm of possibilities that lie beyond Illinois, while planting roots in the foundation of a timeless community. As the university continues to radiate outward through the education of thousands of individuals, we invite you to consume, create, and flourish under its illuminating tutelage, and find a home in our welcoming arms.
We are back. Start of the third quarter. Illinois down 37-21 heading into this third quarter here. So a half has passed, and Arizona hit Illinois with a storm. What does Illinois have to do in this half just to pretty much change the outcome that they had in that first half?
So I think the first thing, and we've seen a little bit of it just to start in the first possession, Arizona showed a willingness to come farther out. Illinois has to take advantage of that. Let those defenders come out and then pick and roll with greater space. I think that's the first thing offensively, and a lot of that pick and rolling will happen up high at those elbow gaps. Defensively, push those screens out, and then go half jumps in and out to force outside shots. See for cutters behind each other. So they defend cutters with two people and not just one.
And a great interception right there by Mary Wagstaff, a steal. Counts with the ball here. Counts is going to pass it to Wagstaff. Wagstaff with a defender in her face. Clock running down. She finds a Morgan McCammon in the paint and a foul.
Yeah, nice seal by Counts. I really liked how Morgan was patient. She waited there within the stack. She let Abigail set that seal and then followed her in. She didn't rush it too quickly. That led to that good open opportunity. Wagstaff had her head up so she could beat her teammate.
McCammon can't get that first one to go. But the second one, able to fall.
Yeah, you see, she's got a nice follow through when she can take her time. She has to shoot the same way when she's shooting those post-op opportunities she's getting.
Indeed, and Ooh, Illinois lucky that the ball rimmed out there.
Yeah, came too far out to defend that Arizona offensive player, way above the three-point line. We don't need to come out that far. They need to come back and tuck in.
Oh, and McCammon unable to get her shots to go. And it's going to be a jump ball, Arizona ball.
No, I think they're calling McCammon for the foul.
Oh, really?
Somebody got a foul. I like the pressure by Illinois to try to upset and maybe get Arizona out of rhythm.
Illinois forcing a turnover there with the defense that they just played on that possession.
Key for Illinois, if they're going to put some pressure up, is seeing behind so they can sag off of an extended offensive player to help on a cutter that's cutting on a defense on one of their teammates behind them. Yeah, and there we see the willingness of Arizona to come out. Wagstaff picked that, and then there was a crossing attack on the other side.
We're going to have a timeout here. Looks like a full one, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Sparky from Rainbow Sandals. I spent 40 years making these sandals for you. Hope you enjoy the ride.
Out of the timeout. Arizona called the timeout because they weren't dealing with some of the pressure real well, stuff like that. Illinois is taking that off, lapsing back. They'll play a couple possessions, then we'll see if they put it back on.
And Arizona's going to kind of find an open look here, trying to get inside the paint to create some easy offense. Illinois' defense holding up here. Looking like they're going to have to settle for another jump shot. And that would be Illinois ball.
Yeah, great job by McCammon. Checking her shoulder, seeing across the court and seeing her side of the court. So she saw when that pass was in the air and could jump the passing lane.
Wagstaff with the ball here was looking for a shot, and she's going to pass it off to Counts. Counts can't get that layup to go. Oh, and Arizona finding an open person in the paint. Just can't get it to convert there. McCammon to Campbell. Campbell with the made basket and one. chance for a three-point play here. I think that's what Illinois really needed here. Something to invigorate the crowd, invigorate the team, and get them back into this game.
Yeah, you can see that time Illinois stretched the Arizona defense all the way across sideline to sideline. It's tough to defend that much space.
And a missed free throw turned into another made basket. Illinois able to get 4 points out of that play.
Yeah, one of the cardinal things you want to do, you've got to box out on free throws. The Arizona player pushed straight in on the free throw line instead of pushing at an angle to box out McCammon. McCammon pushed in, got the rebound.
Illinois on a 7-0 run to start the quarter here. I think this is something that Coach Wheeler is pretty pleased with as of now with her team. And hopefully they can just continue this lead, continue building. Forcing up another shot. Illinois able to get a stop there. McCammon looking. She finds Campbell. Campbell! Oh, a little too much.
Still a really nice look by Campbell, recognizing that help defender turning her back and cutting on the back of the help defender at the point.
And we're going to have a turnover.
Yeah, so we saw Illinois put some pressure on. Arizona had difficulty with it. Arizona called the timeout. Illinois pulled it off, okay, for a couple of possessions. Let Arizona relax, and then they put it back on. And that's caught the Arizona players off guard a little bit. And so they've got to adjust. They've got to recognize whatever it was the coach from Arizona told them to do in the press break. They've got to be reminded of that, go out and do it.
Campbell with the ball here. Who's trying to find someone to get the ball to, and she finds McCammon. McCammon gets her own rebound and a made basket. Illinois on a 9-0 run.
Yeah, and that came from Fingers' cross pick for McCammon to get her open to the basket. Off ball. That's where Illinois is being really strong in their off-ball attack up at the elbows.
And a nice bucket there by Arizona. Able to stop the bleeding that was happening out there. Campbell a little short, and Arizona's going to come away with that one.
And here's that Illinois pressure. McCammon's going to have to play two here.
And a foul on the floor. We'll send number 20 to the line for two. And she misses that one.
The Arizona player jumping in there trying to get the rebound here. Two-shot foul. She could take a breather, but I love the aggressiveness.
And she cashes that second one there. Illinois down 10 with about 4.5 to play in the third quarter. They've cut into the lead, but they have to continue working if they're going to pull away with this game. And McCammon able to get inside and draw a foul.
See, so many of these attacks are happening offside the elbow. One of the things to note about today's game, it's being played on a narrow key. The key that they'll use when they're playing in the national championships later on this year is a wider key. It's about 2 feet wider on each side. The elbow attack is even more effective against that wide key. So what Illinois is doing right now sets up well for later on in the year, where they're going to have to be able to attack where there's even more. Yeah, Illinois starting to see the cutters better and helping off of extended players to move to cutter threats.
Oh, and great hands there by McCammon and Wagstaff. Arizona's going to have to put up a shot here. Ooh, and a great shot, but better defense by Illinois on that possession there. Wagstaff to McCammon. McCammon with the made basket.
Love McCammon's hustle up the court. She was behind the play as Wagstaff pushed it up, hustled up court, filled that lane, and the selflessness of Wagstaff to give up that ball.
And we're going to have a timeout.
So some key things that Illinois has started to do. That up-court defensive pressure has thrown off Arizona, and they're helping on cutters now. That didn't happen in the first half when Illinois would put pressure up court. Conversely, on the other side, now they're starting to pull those Arizona defenders out, and they're more consistent in attacking across the court at those elbow gaps. That's getting them to the rim.
We can see the crowd really starting to get into it now as we have the band playing. Everyone's getting excited as Illinois is starting to mount this comeback here late in the third.
Yeah, the cameras aren't showing it, but we've got the orange out tonight. So as many people as possible in the stands are trying to wear orange to really celebrate the Illini. Let's see if Arizona pushes in straight or if they box out. They gave up that easy 2 a couple of free throws ago.
And McCammon gets that to go, completing the three-point play. What was once a 17-point game has now been cut to 6.
So it's a nice job by Arizona. They're using more ball handlers to try to get the ball up court against Illinois' pressure. Illinois, conversely, are continuing to collapse and identify cutters and help to those cutters in the open court.
Illinois trying to force another tough shot. And that was just a really good shot.
Yeah, that's a shot that Illinois is willing to force Arizona to take. A long 2 with time running down on the shot clock. That's a good defensive possession. Great hustle by Counts to get down the court.
And Arizona responding here with buckets, putting the lead back out to 10. Oh, Wagstaff can't get that to go. Just
Yeah, Arizona's doing a much better job this possession, picking off ball, but they're not recognizing those attacks. And those off-ball players that are getting those picks, they're not rolling to the basket. Much better defensive possession there. You can see they're not giving up position. There was a good triple switch rotation in there.
Counts, gets that ball to McCammon. It's going to remain the Illinois ball here. We have a minute 13 left in the third. Wagstaff with a quick bucket there. We have under a minute left here. Arizona has the ball coming up the floor. Oh, and another forced shot that Illinois is able to capitalize on here.
Yeah, we're seeing that pressure up the court, collapsing to stop cutters.
And a great look there by Illinois. Able to cut that lead down to 6 once more.
Okay, Illinois extending pressure, collapsing back, taking away those cuts in the open court, pushing screens out wide, staying in, and forcing Arizona to settle for outside shots. Arizona's got to identify where that space is opening up as a result, and then pick from there, and especially pick off.
With 12 seconds left in the quarter. Illinois looking to make a stop and a steal by Counts. And she's gonna put a shot up. Oh, and the crowd got excited there. Illinois able to cut that halftime lead down to 6 by the end of the third quarter here. Illinois playing a much better brand of basketball as they look to cut into the lead and take it in the fourth. We'll be back. Start of the fourth.
From harnessing the transformative power of computing and data sciences to discovering new ways for environmental and agricultural sustainability, to opening new pathways for better patient care and medical discovery using AI. At Illinois, we develop and deliver ideas that positively impact the world.
All right, coming out of the fourth quarter, coming out of the third quarter, excuse me, start of the fourth, Illinois is going to begin with the ball here, looking to strike first as Wagstaff pulls a three, and it's just in and out.
Good look by Illinois, but again, see how willing Arizona is to come out. Illinois has got to capitalize on that.
And a turnover from a steal there by Wagstaff.
And a great read of the passing lane by Wagstaff, looking across the court.
Going to be a turnover there.
Yeah, McCammon got caught in the key and wasn't in a position where she could even try to get out. And so the 3-second call went against the yellow.
Call that every time. Oh, and another tipped pass there. And not too much Ava Finger could have done there with the 2-on-1.
Here's that extended defense. You can see how far they're willing to come out on Wagstaff. This is opening up some picks.
Going to be a foul here. Will remain Illinois ball.
Yeah, all Wagstaff has to do now is knowing those defenders are going to come out. He just has to rotate that defender's wheelchair so the back is facing her teammate who's going to set the pick.
Cameron will bring it up the floor this time. Looking for Wagstaff in the paint. She finds Campbell, and Campbell able to convert there.
Finger was trying to play over that post for Arizona, and she really needs to get under that. Their press is really one of position. This is designed to disrupt Arizona.
And Illinois giving up an easy bucket there and a foul. And the fans trying to disrupt this free throw here. Cashes anyway. Wagstaff with the ball. Looking at the net like she was going to pull a three there. And Illinois is moving the ball around here. Campbell with the shot.
Nice cross pick by Dunn to free up her teammate.
And great defense there by McCammon. Getting a hand on her face and making that shot difficult. And great pass by Finger, able to get it to Counts. Oh, and Counts just can't get that shot to go, but it will remain Illinois ball here.
Yeah, you can see right in this inbound how far out Arizona will come out against Illinois. All kinds of picking opportunities here. Opportunities to get to the basket.
Illinois looking to get some more stops here. And we're going to have a timeout by Arizona. Quick 30-second one here. We're going to see what Coach Wheeler has for her ladies here.
Probably just reminding them of some of the things that they're doing well. You know, reminding them of the picks that are available when they create space across the court. That those elbow attacks are where they'll be most successful. And then reminding them to check their shoulders so they can help cutters on other teammates. That type of thing. And then reminding them that if they push those screens out, they're just going to be faking in and out. So really 3 key things I think that she wants to have them focus on. Doesn't need to have a whole lot.
Arizona moving the ball around here. 10 seconds left on the clock. And they're able to get a good look there that they convert.
Yeah, after the ball swing, Arizona continued to attack on that side, creating space and working themselves in instead of just sitting behind the screen.
Wagstaff with the ball. She gets an open look, and she's going to take it. Oh, and just a little short, but she gets her rebound. Can't get it to go, and it will stay Illinois ball. Great way to hustle into the paint there by Wagstaff.
Yeah, you can see the Arizona defender got caught looking at the ball before she made contact with the offensive player's chair so she could cut freely to the basket.
Oh, and a block. But Illinois able to hold on to the ball.
But like on that last pick and roll that Wagstaff ran with McCammon, she paused for a moment to let McCammon kind of get free from the chair and roll. She didn't rush and take the shot that she knew she had. She waited to see if they could get a better one. Here we can see that extended defender. Illinois looking to cross-pick this. And then as they do that, Arizona knows this pick's going to happen. Something else opens up. There's going to be a second pick or cut that's going to open up. That's where the attack will happen more than likely.
Wagstaff with the ball. 7 seconds left. She finds McCammon. McCammon a little strong there. Gets her own rebound, but a foul.
Yeah, offensive rebounding foul on McCammon. She got a little bit anxious, pushed into Dunn's back and pushed her out of the way to get that rebound, so she got the rebounding foul. Illinois is taking the pressure off here, similar to what they did earlier.
And Illinois giving up another bucket there.
Yeah, that's one of those ones you want to fake halfway out. That freed up Nelson to roll to the basket.
Gonna have another foul here on the floor. Wagstaff was looking for a shot there. He found a more open look, and it just rims out there. Normally a great look for her. Oh, forcing a turnover, or a tipped pass, I should say, almost near turnover. And a really tough layup there.
Yeah, really nice scoop by Dunn. You know, rolling to the basket. We haven't seen her attack a lot. Mostly, she's picking to get her teammates open. But really, really nice scoop rolling to the basket. See, this defense is packed in. It doesn't give Illinois a lot of space to roll to the basket, to cut.
Oh, and Fingers shot just a bit short. And Arizona starting to pick up their offense here as the quarter starting to dwindle down. 3 minutes left to play. Illinois is down 15 in this one. Timeout, Illinois.
Yeah, they cut the lead to 10 points. They'd done that because of that upcourt pressure had disrupted Arizona. Now they're not as effective in stopping Arizona upcourt and helping the cutters. And they're chasing over. They're getting a little bit anxious, getting picked out as well. Offensively, you can see they're actually playing into the Arizona defense, letting the defense stay compacted, not getting those elbow cuts the same way that they were before, and those elbow picks and crossing attacks. I think they need to pull Arizona back out, look to pay a bit more attention, to be a bit more precise in how they set up those pick and rolls, and then attack again.
Coming out of this timeout, Illinois is going to have the ball here with 2:59 left in the fourth.
So Wagstaff needs to hold that pick, keep it stuck. Be allowed recovery there.
McCammon with a shot off the glass.
So don't jump over against Arizona in that press.
And a missed layup there.
It's a nice jump and trail, but I still think Illinois wants to stay in on that.
Campbell fouled on that shot. Will send her to the line for two.
So at the end of a game like this, dead ball points, absolutely critical. Get points without having time off the clock. So making these is really important. Arizona not creating them is just as important.
Campbell sinks her first free throw, cutting the lead to 12. And she can't get the second one to go. Arizona's gonna
Still want to go under on these picks against Arizona in the open court.
and great defense from behind by McCammon. Able to stop the clock here. Crucial towards the end of the game. Illinois just fortunate that they don't convert that layup there.
Yeah, you could see Illinois very much committing to stopping certain players at this point in the ballgame and willing to give up some looks.
And we just have a turnover there. And we're going to have a player down. Looks like she's okay.
Yeah, it looks like from here, you know, like she's okay. She got caught just a little bit with the ball in her hand and then falling towards the side. So she didn't have a hand she could really put down and cushion her fall a little bit. Probably a little bit harder than she would have wanted.
And then Illinois is still committing to stopping her from scoring here.
Nice rotations on defense by Illinois.
And still, as she looks back to her bench.
And we saw some really nice rotations where Illinois was triple switching. You saw a fourth person slide over from the offside elbow to play two while they were in the middle of their triple switch. With just that little shove on the post up. Puts the Arizona player on the line.
And that will put this lead back out to 15. With under a minute left, Illinois just not able to find any offense in these last couple minutes here.
Yeah, this is really hard. We can see it right in front of us. McCammon trying to run the pick and roll with the ball. That's so hard to do. Once you get that pick set, post the ball away and then run it without the ball. So hard to run a pick and roll with the ball.
Wagstaff for three, and it's short, but McCammon will shoot it, and will shoot two.
I love how hard McCammon's been working last game and again this game with her teammates to get to the basket. She just has to add that little bit being able to finish at the end. When I watch her shoot her free throws here, she's got good mechanics. So it's just a matter of taking her free throw mechanics and using them when she's posting up, just taking that extra breath. You can see Illinois chasing over in a couple of spots, and that freed up Arizona players to cross and pick it over. Getting a couple things kind of sorted out here. Officials almost going to get award shots, but it was an offensive foul, so no shots on an offensive foul.
And Illinois with a turnover. Forcing a turnover. Wagstaff drawing a foul and one.
Yeah, smart play by Wagstaff. She felt that contact, put it up. Might as well right now. If she doesn't get the end one, she's still going to the line and getting dead ball points. She's practicing things she's going to need in other games, even though this one now at 12 points out of reach.
And Arizona's just going to hold the ball here as they come away with this one. Arizona up with a win, 60-49 against the Illini. The women's team just unable to rally at the end of that fourth quarter and come away with a win.
Yeah, they came back. They were down, I think, 16 at the half. They'd given up a lot of open court cuts and layups to the basket first half and struggled offensively to get to the rim. They made adjustments. They fought throughout the second half. They put pressure up court, Sag took away those cuts, pushed those screens out to make it tough for Arizona to score. Conversely, on the offensive side, they started to create space and attack with a crossing attack at the elbow gaps that were getting in, but it was just too much of a gap to overcome at the end. Still, a great job by Illinois to fight back, and to Arizona's credit, they've battled. It's clear that they've improved from the other times they've played Illinois. They're growing their team. It's going to set up some great matchups latter parts of the season.
Indeed. And we're now preparing for the final game of the day. The Illinois men's team will face Auburn in the last game of the night. Stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching this game, and we'll see you shortly.